Good morning, Brenda. It seems like the weeds in my garden have sprouted again. I need you to take care of that today. I'll be out all day, so I can't do it myself. Make sure you finish it before I return.
Hi, Mom. I'm sorry, but I'm not feeling well today. I don't think I'll be able to come over and help you.
Again? You've been unwell quite often lately. Lately, all I've been hearing are excuses about why you can't come and help me.
I'm sorry.
If you can't even take care of yourself, how will you take care of my son? I assume Jack is doing all the housework since you're frequently sick. You're not pretending to be sick so he does everything, are you?
No. I genuinely haven't been feeling well.
Let me enlighten you on what it means to be a wife. Sometimes, you need to exhaust yourself for your husband and family. Put your own feelings aside. Just because you feel unwell doesn't mean you can neglect your responsibilities. Take some medicine and come here to pull these weeds.
I don't think medication will make me feel better. I'm feeling really nauseous. I can't leave my couch.
I'm not interested in hearing more excuses. Even if you have an upset stomach, you still need to do it. Toughen up and come here.
I already told you, I'm not coming. If you lived closer, it might be different. But your house is an hour away.
And?
I don't think I can make it without getting sick. As I mentioned, I've been in really bad shape lately. From now on, please text Jack if you need anything.
Excuse me? So, basically, you're saying, make Jack do it. He's too busy with work. You, on the other hand, just stay at home all day. You have plenty of free time, which is why I ask you.
Jack and I have already discussed this. Since I haven't been feeling well, he told me I should rest and only focus on taking care of myself. Please try to understand that.
That sounds a bit selfish, if you ask me. Sometimes, I get sick, but you never see me taking a day off, do you? Besides, I'm too busy to waste my time pulling weeds. Take today, for example. I have my tennis lesson with Dana.
Is that why you won't be home all day?
Exactly. My instructor mentioned that I've made significant progress in my serve. I need to keep up the momentum. Maybe if you exercised like me, you wouldn't be sick all the time. It would benefit your body and help with your infertility treatments. That's why Dana accompanies me. She's also trying to have kids, you know. I pray for her to get pregnant every night before I go to bed.
Yeah, but she doesn't require infertility treatment like I do. In fact, the other day, she mentioned that it's better to rest as much as possible during the type of treatment I'm undergoing. She understands the challenges of having children. I know she wants the best for me.
Why are you even trying to have kids? You should wait until Dana has them first. I want her to give me my first grandchild. Her baby would probably be cuter than yours anyway. On second thought, maybe you should pause those treatments for now. It's a waste of time and money. Or at least until Dana has her first precious baby.
Wow. I don't know what to say.
Oh. It's already time for me to leave for tennis. I lost track of time after hearing all your pathetic excuses. Anyway, do what you need to do to feel better. And come here to help me around the house.
As I said, that's not going to happen.
Don't talk back. Do as I say. If you don't change your attitude, I'll make you come live with me, so I can teach you how to behave like a proper housewife. Not to mention teaching you some respect.
I didn't mean to disrespect you.
I feel sorry for Jack. He has such a useless and self-centered wife. Do your duty as a housewife. I shouldn't have to remind you of this. Changing your attitude would greatly benefit you.
Brenda, I apologize for the delay in responding. I recently read your text message. Did my mother really try to persuade you to go over there again?
Yes, she did. I believe it's time to inform her. She needs to be aware that I am pregnant.
Do you think so? Personally, I don't want to tell her. But if we remain silent, she will continue to harass you. You don't have to respond to her texts like you did today.
I can't simply ignore her. She lives alone. If she genuinely needs help, I want to be there for her.
I understand your perspective. However, since we got married, she has been making excessive demands on you. It would be different if she asked politely, but it seems like she's demanding your assistance.
I think she's just lonely. Ever since your father passed away, she has changed.
That could certainly be a factor.
If I were in good health, I would help her. Right now, morning sickness is overwhelming me. Maybe after I recover, it would be beneficial for me to move around and assist her.
I know you would help if you could. Sometimes, you're too kind. We should inform her now, so she'll stop being so bothersome. You don't need additional stress on top of feeling sick all the time. Your only concern should be our little baby and your own well-being.
You're right. I'm just worried about making your sister feel bad. I know she's also trying to have children.
If anything, she will be happy for you. Don't worry about her. They have been facing difficulties, just like we did. I wouldn't be surprised if they also consider infertility treatments.
I know she would probably be happy for us. But it's still tough to see others around you getting pregnant, while you're trying hard but unable to. On the other hand, I think your mom would go crazy if we told her we were having a child before Dana. She mentioned praying every night for her to have a baby. She wants Dana to give her the first grandchild, not me.
That's a rather insensitive thing for her to say. Maybe we should consider cutting ties with her completely.
If that's what you believe is right, I won't oppose. But she knows where we live, so it's not like she wouldn't find us. If you try to exclude her from our lives, she might just show up at our door and cause a scene. Or she might refuse to accept the fact that you don't want to see her anymore, and treat me even more harshly. Remember, I'll be the one dealing with her if she shows up at our apartment.
Yes, you're right. I apologize, that was a bad idea.
You're just trying to help. Most people wouldn't stand up to their own mother to defend their spouse. I'm grateful to have a husband who supports me. Ideally, we would all get along, though.
Unfortunately, I think we've moved beyond that possibility. She's incredibly stubborn. We've tried being kind, but it's evident that it's not working.
I hope she doesn't start directing her anger at Dana for not being able to have a baby before us.
It's impossible to predict her reaction. She can be unpredictable.
Yes, I suppose so. I just wish it didn't have to be like this.
Believe me, I would love for everyone to get along. However, it's not within our control. The ball is in her court, and it seems she has no interest in changing her behavior. You're too good of a person to say anything. I'll take care of her from now on. I was also thinking it might be best for us to move once the baby arrives. Currently, she's working you like a slave.
Yes, I suppose she won't be able to come over if she doesn't know our new address.
Exactly. Honestly, though, it might be better to move before the baby is born. Once the baby is here, we'll be too preoccupied to think about moving. Additionally, we'll need more space once the baby arrives. Tonight, I'll search online for some potential places. I'll speak to her soon. I won't completely cut her off just yet. But this will be her final warning to treat you better.
Understood. Thank you so much for your assistance. I'm sorry to put you through this.
No, I should be the one apologizing. She's my mother, so I feel responsible. I don't want you to have to worry about this anymore. Having a baby is already risky. Not to mention adding stress like this on top of it. I'll inform her that you're pregnant.
Are you sure? Maybe it would be better if I told her? Don't you think it might cause a fight between you two?
If it does, it will only make it easier for us to cut her out of our lives. I'll handle her. I'll tell her not to constantly text you about every little thing from now on. If she doesn't stop, just block her number.
I'm not sure. I don't want to go that far. I'll at least see what she has to say if she texts me.
Alright, that's fine. Leave everything to me. I'll update you on how it goes. In the meantime, rest up.
Alrighty then. Don't overexert yourself. You'll need all your energy for the battle with your mom.
Brenda, do you have a moment?
Good morning, Mom. How are you?
I heard the news from Jack. You've been pregnant all this time.
Yes, that's correct. I'm sorry for not telling you immediately. I planned on informing you once my morning sickness subsided.
It's okay. I should be the one apologizing. The first few months of pregnancy are really challenging. Morning sickness feels endless, and you're tired all the time, right?
There's no need for you to apologize.
Well, I might have been a bit insensitive when I mentioned wanting Dana to give me my first grandchild. But when I heard you were pregnant, I didn't care who was giving me my first grandchild anymore. I've done a lot of thinking this past week. I haven't been treating you very nicely, and that's why I wanted to apologize. And, of course, congratulate you on your pregnancy.
Wow, Mom. I'm deeply touched and flattered by your words. Thank you so much. I mean it.
Don't mention it. I have a small favor to ask. You're probably thinking I said all those nice things because I have a favor, but it's not true. I really need your help.
I don't think that at all. Is everything okay?
Well, actually, I have to go to the hospital.
Really? Are you okay?
Don't worry, it's nothing serious. I actually have a hairline fracture in my leg. Technically, it's a broken bone.
Oh my. I had no idea. You must be in a lot of pain.
I think it's the universe's way of getting back at me for the way I've treated you lately. At my age, it might not be as simple as putting on a cast. I might need to spend some time in the hospital. I hate to ask you this while you're dealing with pregnancy sickness. But do you think you could bring some things to the hospital for me? Gathering everything before I leave is a bit too much for me right now.
Of course. Actually, I'm feeling pretty good today. Should I come bring it now?
Are you sure? You're an angel. Can you come by this afternoon?
No problem. but I'll let you know that if I start feeling sick, I'll call Jack to bring everything to you.
No. Don't tell him about this.
What?
We're not on speaking terms right now. We had a fight. I don't trust that he'll help me if you ask him.
Oh, I had no idea. But I'm sure he'd understand if you're in the hospital.
I don't think so. So don't mention anything to him or Dana either.
I'm not sure. I'm feeling fine now, but like I said, I could start feeling sick any minute. If anything, relying on me might not be the best idea.
Don't worry about it. All I need is for you to bring some things to me. After that, the hospital will take care of me. I won't need to ask you for anything else.
Are you sure? I'm a little worried. I'd feel better if we let him know about this. It sounds pretty serious.
I'm a tough woman. A broken bone won't bring me down. It's not like I have a disease or anything. Once you bring me what I need, I'll be fine on my own. Don't worry.
Okay, if you say so. Send me a list of things you want me to get for you. I'll gather everything and bring it over later. If I suddenly start feeling sick, I'll let you know, and we can figure out what to do.
Thanks. I'm counting on you.
Hey, there's something I need to discuss with you.
What's going on?
Remember you asked me if your mom messaged me? Well, she did earlier. However, she specifically instructed me not to inform you.
What did she say?
She mentioned that she broke her leg. And there's a possibility she might have to spend some time in the hospital. I didn't quite understand the reason, but I went along with it.
Are you serious? Did she explain how it happened?
No, she didn't mention any details. Although she asked me not to tell you. I felt it was important for you to know considering the seriousness of the situation.
Why would she even message you? I specifically told her not to bother you anymore.
She mentioned that you two had a fight and weren't speaking to each other. That's why she reached out to me instead of you. She said she didn't trust you to assist her if she asked for help.
Something doesn't seem right.
I don't know. However, she did apologize to me and even congratulated me on my pregnancy. I never expected her to apologize, but it was a pleasant surprise. It seems like she has changed.
What? She actually apologized to you? Now I'm really suspicious.
Yes, she genuinely did. She expressed regret for not treating me kindly.
Where are you right now?
I'm at the hospital, delivering some items she requested. She asked me to bring over a few things for her. I was feeling better today, so I thought I would help.
Get out of there. Don't go inside.
Why? I'm already here. I'm standing in front of the hospital right now.
She's planning something.
What could she possibly be planning?
I didn't want to tell you this, but when I informed her about your pregnancy, she said some really horrible things. That's why we haven't spoken to each other since then.
Oh my God, really? What did she say?
I'd rather not repeat the exact words. But she expressed hope that you would lose the baby. The other day, I received a strange text from Dana's husband. He said my mom randomly asked to use their printer. When he glanced at what she was printing, it turned out to be a list of things that are harmful to pregnant women.
No way. I hate to even consider this, but... is she planning to use those items against me?
Unfortunately, I think so. I thought if you two didn't come into contact, everything would be fine. I told her that if she came to our place, I would disown her. I didn't want to burden you with all of this, so I kept it to myself. I never imagined she would scheme to find a way to see you.
So she lied to me about everything.
I'm so sorry. Right now, you need to get as far away from that hospital as possible. Get home as soon as you can. Lock the doors when you arrive and don't let anyone in.
Okay. I'm so sorry for falling for her lies.
It's not your fault. She took advantage of your kindness. I'll try to leave work early and come home as soon as possible.
Thank you. Please come home as soon as you can. But don't worry about me. I won't let her win.
Brenda, how much longer are you planning to avoid me? I haven't been able to reach Jack either. What's going on with you guys?
Oh, hello, Mom. How's your leg?
It's broken. I've been waiting for you at the hospital this whole time.
No, you haven't. I know you're lying. In case you've forgotten, our intercom has a camera. You seem to be standing just fine.
My leg didn't hurt that much that day. Unbelievable. What's the big idea?
I should be asking you that. Why did you call me down to the hospital where you weren't actually staying? What kind of horrible plan did you have for me and my child?
Oh. I guess the plan is ruined. My plan was so close to succeeding.
What's that supposed to mean? You know, if you harmed me or my baby, that would make you a criminal. What were you planning?
Something that was far better than having a pathetic, worthless woman give birth to my grandchild. You just had to go and get pregnant before Dana, didn't you? Do you have any idea how much effort I put into making sure Dana had her baby first? And yet, God answers your prayers instead of mine. If you were a decent person, you would have waited until she was pregnant first.
Dana thinks the complete opposite. She was ecstatic that I finally got pregnant.
I doubt that. Every time her time of the month came, she was always so down and gloomy that she'd have to try again to get pregnant.
Probably because she didn't want any more pressure from you. She wanted it to be over just as much as she wanted to have a child. She told me it was a nightmare dealing with you. She said you'd come banging on her door every month to check and see if she was pregnant yet.
She and I are always on the same page for everything. When I told her to get good grades in school, that's what she did. When I told her what university I wanted her to go to, she applied only there and got accepted. Before she graduated, I told her what kind of job I wanted her to get. And that's the type of job she found. She did get married a little bit later than I liked, but oh well.
She only listened to you because she knew you'd make her life miserable if she didn't. She didn't have the energy to keep fighting back. She resents you for controlling her life so much.
What do you know? She's not like Jack. She willingly listens to what I tell her. She just pretended to be happy about your pregnancy because she's nice. She probably seemed happy on the surface, but was dying on the inside. I know my daughter better than anyone.
Oh, do you? Because she told me she's actually given up on having children.
What?
She told me to tell you that. She also said that she doesn't want anything to do with you anymore.
What are you talking about? I just saw her last week.
By saw her, you mean you showed up at her place. after dinner and demanded to be let in, right?
Did she really say she doesn't want kids anymore? Is that true?
Yeah, it is. She said she was scared to bring a child into the world. If you were going to be its grandmother.
That's ridiculous.
She's been holding it in for a while. But she's reached her breaking point. She was appalled and disgusted when she heard you were going to try to harm me and my baby. That's what pushed her over the edge. She said she never wanted to see you again.
Hold on. This is unbelievable. I can't reach her through any of my calls.
She's probably ignoring your calls. Or she may have blocked your number.
Whatever. I'll go talk to her face to face.
You can try, but I doubt you'll have any luck. They moved to a new apartment yesterday.
That can't be true.
Go and see for yourself. Knock on her door and see if she answers.
How could she? After everything I've done for her. I guided her to success.
What do you want me to do about it? Besides, it seems like you wanted her to follow your path. Not what she truly desired.
I did it all for her.
I lost my mother when I was young. When I got married, I was excited to have a new mother figure. Even if it was just my mother-in-law. I wanted a good relationship with you more than anything. But I was foolish to think that. Now, I want nothing to do with someone like you, a psycho.
Who are you calling a psycho?
You psycho. Or maybe you prefer to be called human garbage. Jack and I are distancing ourselves from you, just like Dana. We don't want anyone who could harm our child. Even in their thoughts.
Did you move too? Where are you? I'm coming to find you.
Oh, did you show up at our old apartment? As I said, you're a psycho. I'd rather die than tell you where we are. Let's just say it's far away from you. This is the last time I'll ever be in contact with you.
Hold on. If Dana doesn't want kids, I don't care. I'll spoil your child instead of hers. So stop saying you'll cut me out and move back to your old place.
I don't care if you give this kid $1 million. You're not coming near us.
But why?
Are you that dense? Because you're a lunatic. We're never going back there, and we're cutting ties with you.
Where did I go wrong? All my children are leaving me.
At least you got that part right. I spoke with Dana, and we agreed to move. We knew that if only one of us moved, it would be harder for the other due to you. That's why we both decided to leave at the same time.
This is how my children repay me after everything I've given them.
I think we've all done more than enough for you. Especially Jack and Dana. Haven't they been sending you money?
It's not just about money.
I know that. It would have been easier if it were only about money. We've learned from our mistakes. And Jack and I will teach our child not to become like you. And you've shown me what kind of mother not to be.
Just wait a moment. Maybe you should reconsider before doing something you'll regret. I've truly reflected on what I've done. I can't bear the thought of being alone.
I couldn't care less if you struggled to survive on your own. Don't come near my family or Dana's ever again.
No. I don't want to be alone. I want my family. The only joy I had was anticipating my first grandchild. I have nothing left to live for if I can't see my grandchild.
What are you saying? You still have your tennis lessons to look forward to. Once your fake injury heals, I'm sure you'll be back on the court in no time.
I don't care about tennis.
Well, then it seems you're out of luck. Isn't it ironic? After all the energy you put into tennis, in the end, you're the one who got served. My mother-in-law hit rock bottom after that incident. She finally faced the harsh reality that her family had abandoned her and had no intention of seeing her again. If I had to guess, she might have planned to harm me physically in an attempt to cause me to lose the baby. Knowing her, she would have tried to make it look like an accident, ensuring we were conveniently at a hospital to confirm the loss of the baby immediately. However, all of this is mere speculation. It's impossible to say what she was truly planning. We heard that she isolated herself in her house for some time. But things took a strange turn when she developed a strong interest in fortune-telling. She ended up spending almost all her savings on visits to fortune tellers, hoping to find a way to reconcile with her family. When she almost completely depleted her funds, she started asking relatives for loans, but unsurprisingly, no one offered her any assistance. Now she's busy trying to repay the debts she incurred while attempting to predict the future. I suppose the psychics she consulted weren't capable enough to foresee that outcome. In a way, this is her way of facing the consequences of her actions. After everything settled down, I gave birth to our adorable son. Currently, I have my hands full managing household chores and raising our little boy. Surprisingly, Dana changed her stance on having children. Once the pressure from her mother disappeared, we had a thorough discussion, and she decided she wanted to try again. It's not surprising that she became pregnant. She's currently 7 months along. She admits to feeling nervous about becoming a mother, but also expresses excitement for the journey ahead. In a way, I am grateful to my mother-in-law. Without her incredibly erratic behavior, neither of our families would have found the happiness we now have. I am determined to be the best mother possible and provide my son with the best life imaginable. In other words, I will do everything in my power to do the exact opposite of what my mother-in-law did.